Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name's Christina and today we're doing a really casual chit-chat get ready with me. I'm going to talk about some things, we're going to hang out, it's going to be fun. So before we get started any further, make sure to hit that subscribe button because I do upload on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern time and I definitely don't want you guys to miss out on anything. And now that all the business stuff is out of the way, let's just get into this chit-chat get ready with me because we got things to talk about. So typically with my chit-chat get ready with me, I don't talk about the makeup very much that I'm using. I will have everything down in the description bar, so if you're curious about anything that I've put on my face, I'll put it down there for you guys, but I'm really not going to spend any time talking about the actual makeup. I am just getting ready to go to work, so we're just going to talk because there are some things that have happened in the YouTube community that I'm sure everyone has heard about by now, and I feel the need to discuss. And again, I apologize, this is really casual. I'm in like a hoodie and pajama pants right now. I just wanted to get my face done so I can get ready to go to work. It's just a typical Monday. So the main thing that I wanted to talk about today is probably something that you guys have all already heard. There are tons of videos out on it right now and a lot of people have been affected or will be affected and are pretty upset about it. And I was definitely one of those people. So I know a lot of my viewers are small YouTubers, so I know all of you guys know what is happening with the new YouTube partnership program. Last week, I think, I wanted to wait to like talk about this so like the dust had settled, so to speak. So last week, YouTube sent out a mass email to everyone talking about changes to the YouTube partnership program. If you aren't a YouTuber, the YouTube partnership program is basically what we use to make custom thumbnails, to make cards, to do the end screens, and also to monetize our videos, so we do make a small amount of money off of them when they show ads. Basically, it's the way YouTubers get paid. The previous requirement to join the YouTube partnership program was to get 10,000 views, which for someone starting out on YouTube isn't that easy. 10,000 views is quite a lot, especially when you have no subscribers, no anything. So for a lot of people, it takes a while. It takes a while to get to 10,000 views, and that was okay. That was like, oh, okay, well, that's what you have to do to be monetized. It's fine. Well, YouTube has decided to change that due to a lot of issues that have happened. A lot of people are saying it was because of the Logan Paul incident, but I think it's a little deeper than that. I think it's more than just the Logan Paul incident. I think a lot of it has to do with people who were making like fake accounts and stealing other people's videos just to make money off of them, and people who were posting inappropriate things on the internet for children. There's a lot on YouTube that's gone on that I'm pretty sure was the major factor in this. I feel like this had to have been in the works before the Logan Paul incident. I know a lot of people who were waiting to be monetized have been on hold for like 3 months, and it's because they were in the works to do this, is what I think. The new rules that they have come up with for the YouTube partnership is you have to have 1,000 subscribers, and so that's one of the requirements. And typically they only had one requirement for the YouTube partnership. It was an like and/or situation. This is an and situation, so you have to have this requirement and the next one, and the next one is the one that's affecting me the most right now. And the second requirement was you have to have 4,000 hours of watch time, which roughly equates to 240,000 minutes of watch time. So if you're a YouTuber, you know in your analytics screen, YouTube shows it by minutes. Basically 4,000 hours over the last year is 240,000 minutes. I am at about 150,000 minutes in the last year, so I'm roughly 90,000 minutes away from hitting the goal. And the cutoff for the goal is February 20th. That's when this will be enacted, and if you do not reach that, then you can't be monetized anymore. Which for me, I won't lie, when I first got that email, I was devastated. I thought, well, why did I work so hard to have it just like slip out from underneath me? Like, why is YouTube doing this? Are they just not caring about small YouTubers? They're just trying to help the bigger channels and they just don't care about us. I was in that state for probably a good solid 48 hours after it happened. And now that it's been a few days, I'm calming down a little bit and I've realized it's not really changed my resolve any. I'm still uploading the same schedule. I'm still gonna keep doing what I'm doing because honestly, I really wasn't making any money anyways. I haven't even gotten my first check from YouTube. I'm due to get mine in February, which the cutoff for your first check has to be $100. So I am definitely in the realm of YouTubers that isn't technically making any money yet. I know some people are still in that realm of going to lose their monetization and they're actually making good money, because not everything comes down to minutes viewed and subscribers. For me, I think I'm still confused over the whole situation because I don't know how they got to 4,000 hours. I'm not sure where the arbitrary number came from. Point blank, I do think they're trying to make it more difficult for channels to make money, just because that's a better means of regulating people who are in it just for the money, or those who are looking for an easy way in. Because I mean, 10,000 views, like I said, was difficult but not unmanageable. If you were uploading like 3 videos a week, you would get there pretty quickly. So I really do think they did it on purpose. They made it more difficult because they need a means to weed out smaller channels who were messing with the YouTube community. And then it seems like what they want to do is focus, because they won't have to regulate so many small channels and worry about ads pulling out because small channels are doing corrupt and awful things. They can focus on larger channels because they're going to go back to viewing videos and regulating them through that means. So basically they're just trying to work with a smaller market, is what I think is happening. And yeah, again, still sucks because it's affecting small YouTubers the most and not so much larger YouTubers, which are more of an influence on people just because they have a larger viewership. And typically the small YouTube community, like the actual small YouTubers like me and a lot of my friends, we're not doing anything wrong. It does feel like we're being punished for what larger channels do, and it does hurt a little bit. It does feel like we kind of got slapped in the face, like, oh, okay, you've done all this hard work. And especially like for me, it's like I'm only 90,000 minutes off. I'm about to get my first paycheck from YouTube, and now I don't have a chance to get another one for a little bit because I'm not gonna hit it. I don't think it's possible for me to get 90,000 minutes in 30 days, or less than 30 days now, when my average minutes viewed in a month is about 30,000. I just don't think it's possible for me to triple my views in 1 month. I mean, I'll get there. Definitely will get there. It still sucks because I'm gonna be on hold for like 2 months where my channel's not making any money. And the only other thing about that is the algorithm for YouTube is more beneficial for videos who are monetized, because YouTube obviously wants to show videos that have ads play on them, so they get suggested more because that's the way YouTube makes their money. So videos that don't get monetized aren't likely to get like suggested to you as much. And unfortunately for me, a lot of my viewers come from suggested videos from YouTube. Like 30%, 40% of my views come from suggested videos, and I may lose that market completely. So now I have to just kind of redo my like marketing strategy in a way. Like I said, I'm not really too terribly upset about it anymore. It's just another hurdle. It sucks that you kind of had to get over a first hurdle and then it felt like you were actually making headway, and now it's like a step back again. But like all things, we can overcome this. So my biggest thing with all of the YouTube partnership stuff is just support smaller YouTubers. If there's a small YouTuber that you like, just go out of your way to support them, like their videos, comment on their videos, watch their videos, share them with friends, do something, just get them out there, because a lot of small YouTubers work really hard and this isn't the way they make money. Like I said, I haven't gotten paid from YouTube as of yet, and I wasn't in it for the money to begin with, but it's more of like a support thing. Like it didn't feel good to feel like we weren't important, and I think that was the big thing with us. It's the principle of the thing, you know? No one wants to feel like they're underappreciated. So that's my big caveat with that. It sucked initially because I was like, well, what did the small YouTube community do wrong? Why do we deserve to get, punished for other channels? But I understand that YouTube is a business, and basically it just comes down to the bottom line. Now we just overcome it or we don't. And I'm gonna keep striving to do what I do. I enjoy YouTube too much to just give up because they're telling me I can't get money off my videos. Whatever. I enjoy you guys way too much to just give up because I'm not making 50 cents on a video. Just isn't worth it for me. So maybe this will make the YouTube community more like it used to be, like less about clickbait titles and more about like actual good content everyone wants to watch. Who knows, maybe this will be a good thing. Luckily, I've seen a lot of smaller YouTubers. There's that whole hashtag small YouTube army, which is going around. So it is nice to see that like small creators are like supporting each other and like being there for everyone. And like, it really feels like a community now. Whereas before we all kind of did our own thing, and like there was like community feelings between like your own like category, like within the beauty community or the gaming community. But now it seems like just all small YouTubers are like, I'm gonna support you. I don't even watch like those type of videos, but I'll send people who watch those type of videos, that kind of thing. So it was nice to see that there's a lot of people that this is affecting, and a lot of them aren't going to give up, and they're going to just keep pushing, and they're going to keep trying to get other people seen. And basically, if this works, we all succeed. It's not like one of us trying to jump over another person. It's not like the Hunger Games, you know? Like, that would have been awful if it was like the Hunger Games. Only 5 can survive. Eliminates all other channels. You know what I mean? It's not like they're cutting off our channels completely, which, I mean, they could totally do. They could just delete our channels and be like, well, you're not making any revenue. You're not allowed on YouTube anymore. You know? So it's not like they did that. That would have been like Hunger Games. People would have went berserk trying to get views and subscribers. My life philosophy is it could always be worse. And luckily this time I don't think it's that bad. So I guess to change the subject kind of drastically, typically when I do Chit Chat Get Ready With Me is I just kind of talk off the top of my head, but sometimes I get a little disorganized because I'm not the most like organized person when I'm like flying off the cuff. I mean, that whole stream of consciousness thing, sometimes I'm not good at just thinking while I do. I'm gonna talk about life stuff now. I mean, the YouTube partnership stuff is definitely life stuff. It definitely affects us in the same way that a lot of other life stuff does. Where's my highlighting? Oh, there it is. JK, found it. But another thing that I'm doing in my life that's like affecting me daily is me and my boyfriend have decided that we are going to do, well, let me back up a little. Me and my boyfriend have decided we want to lose 10 pounds and 15 pounds. I'm trying to lose 10 pounds and he's trying to lose 15. And we've tried this before and we never set a goal for ourselves, so like we never really hit it. We're good about working out, we're good about eating all right, but we do like food, and I think we have a hard time with like self-control. And obviously I'm not heavy. I'm at a healthy weight for my height, and like I said, I work out, so I do have some muscle. I'm working out more now, so I'm actually like leaning out a little bit and actually getting muscles in my arms, which for me, my arms are always the last thing that like actually show definition. I can get a flat stomach and toned thighs in like 2 weeks, it feels like, but toning my arms is literally the bane of my existence. We have been working out more, and I wanted to lose the 10, he wanted to lose the 15. His is more so he is in the military, so he has to hit weight requirements anyways. But we set ourselves a goal this time to where we have to lose 15 pounds by April 6th. Our first weigh-in was on the 6th of January. And we'll do every weigh-in at every month to see if we're actually losing, because I feel like that is a healthier way to lose rather than being like we need to lose 15 pounds in 2 months. Like it's not really that healthy, and it's not really sustainable. I didn't want to do like a crash diet and then gain it all back. I wanted to actually lose this healthy and maintain the weight loss. We have started working out like 4 to 5 times a week, sometimes 6 times a week with like a break day. And we're doing a mixture of HIIT cardio, Pilates, and he runs. I hate running. I hate it. We tried running together once, and I wanted to vomit and cry at the same time. So I do more Pilates. I do Pilates a lot more often than he does. I like what it does for my overall feeling, my overall health, and I highly recommend Pop Pilates on YouTube if you don't watch her and you want to try Pilates. She's phenomenal. I've been watching her for years, and I love her course, like her Pilates classes that she teaches. Essentially, she's just a good Pilates instructor. So we're doing that, but I wasn't seeing any progress as far as my number weight going down, which, I mean, this could be because, again, I'm at the weight I'm supposed to be at for my height, so it's not like I have an excessive amount of fat to lose, but I definitely have areas where I know I want to lose some fat. Like I carry a lot of fat on my legs, like above my knees especially, which is an odd thing, but it's just like a genetic thing. And then on my arms, like I've said, I hold a lot of fat, especially in like my tricep area. I got that chicken flap, you know? And I'm trying to get rid of it. So we've added intermittent fasting to the mix, and I will not lie to you, I felt like I was starving to death. So if you don't know what intermittent fasting is, definitely go watch some YouTube videos on it, do some research, and a lot of people swear by it. They say it's like the greatest thing since sliced bread kind of stuff. I haven't quite gotten there yet. My boyfriend has actually gotten there. He's already dropped like 3 pounds the first week that we started doing it. So basically intermittent fasting is you set up a time frame to eat and you fast for the rest of it. So the typical intermittent fasting number is 8 hours of eating, 14 hours where you fast. So you set a time to start eating in the day, and then you end at a certain point, so you don't eat outside of that 8-hour window. So ours is we start eating at 11 a.m. and we stop eating at 7 p.m. So we have an 8-hour window, and that's when we're allowed to eat. And for me, I work. I don't think I've ever told you guys what I do for a living, and I was going to talk about this later, but I think it fits right here, so I'm going to go ahead and talk about it right now. I'm a barista. So I open up a coffee shop at like 4. Well, I don't open it up at 4. But I do open up a coffee shop by 5 a.m. Like around the 5 a.m. mark. I usually get to work at like 5:40 to open up and start making coffee. So for me, being up that early and not being able to eat any calories of any sort, and I have to work for 6 hours before I'm actually able to eat, is really, how do I put this? It's really crappy. No joy comes from that at all, because I'm starving in the morning, and by the time I've had like 6 cups of coffee, because with intermittent fasting, during the fasting periods, you're allowed to do tea, coffee, and water. That's all you're allowed. And the coffee has to be black. You can't put anything in it. And tea has to have no sugar in it, that kind of stuff. Like, it has to be anything with no calories. So I typically try to supplement in tea and coffee while I'm working, because obviously I'm in a coffee shop anyways. So I try to placate my appetite by eating or by drinking lots of coffee and lots of tea. And I'm not gonna lie, it doesn't really work. Or at least it wasn't. Like I said, we've been doing it for not a few weeks, probably like 2-3 weeks now. I can't remember when we started the intermittent fasting. But now that we've gotten in like a couple weeks worth, the first week I thought I was dying. The second week got better, and I think we're starting the third week right now. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of getting used to it. Like, I feel like my body like is like adjusting. And while I'm not really seeing any like numbers, like number difference on my weight, I have noticed that like my stomach's flatter, and I don't tend to retain as much water as I feel like I was before. So now that we're 3 weeks into intermittent fasting, I feel like it actually might work out for me, which is surprising, because I'm not gonna lie, that first week I kept telling him, I don't know if I can do this. I really don't know if I'm made for this. I just want to eat. Basically, I wanted to talk about that because I wanted to know if any of you guys have done intermittent fasting, or if you have any health goals you're trying to hit this year, or do you think we're crazy for doing that? I kind of feel like we're a little bit crazy, so no shame if that's what you feel. Because the whole health journey has always been kind of difficult for me. Like, I've never been super athletic. I have always liked working out. I used to work out a lot in like college, and I've always loved doing Pilates. I started doing Pilates in high school with a group of friends, and I just really, really enjoyed it. And I just feel like Pilates is one of those workouts that works well for my body, for my health, like mental health, and it just gives me the results I want. Now, I like weightlifting too, but I don't want to be like really bulky. I don't want to carry too much bulk, so I like Pilates for the fact that it gives me like the type of body that I would ultimately want, like a long, lean, but strong body. It's interesting to me when people talk about like working out and they're like, oh, but you need to do this and you need to do this. And it's like, no, because that's not the kind of body that I want. I don't want a runner's body. I don't want a rock climber's body. I want a Pilates body. You know what I mean? Does anyone else know what I'm talking about? Like, certain workouts or certain like health things that you do like give you ultimately a different type of like body shape. Like, swimmers have a very distinct body shape. I mean, wrestlers. It's like, well, my thing is I want to look lean and long and strong, but I don't want to add extra, like, bulk muscle to my body. Plus, Pilates is fun. For you guys, when you work out, do you work out in the morning or in the afternoon? I think I prefer working out in the morning still, but I obviously can't wake up at, like, 2 in the morning to work out. I would never get any sleep. It doesn't really work out. I've been working out in the afternoon lately. Just got to do my bottom lashes and like a lip color, which I don't even know where I put that lipstick. Do you guys ever have that moment like when you're driving and you zone out into thought and like you're just thinking while you drive, and then you get to your destination and you don't really know how you got there? That's how I feel about today's makeup. Like, I know I was doing it the whole time, but because I was talking like a freakish amount, I almost don't know how I got to this face. Alright guys, this is it. This is the end of this chit-chat. Get ready with me. I'm ready. I'm ready for my day. But hopefully you guys liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up down below. And if you're not yet, what are you doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button because I do upload on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I definitely don't want you guys to miss out on any of my videos, and hopefully that means I'll see all of you guys in my next video.